Yes, guys, what's good, people? Welcome to the Juice Show, spilling the juice on things that we probably shouldn't.
Every week, we're breaking down life stories, juicy gossip, fiery debates, and whatever's been blown up online.
Yeah, we're live every single Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. right here on YouTube. Plus, you can also listen on Spotify.
And listen, if you are watching live right now, drop us a message in the chat. Please do get involved as much as possible throughout the whole show.
Yep, tonight we'll be giving our take on what the internet has been losing its mind over. It's a week late, but we'll be breaking down the HSTikkyTokky versus Piers Morgan beef.
Plus, much more about that. A little bit of Jimmy Carr as well on the same topic. Looking forward to it.
Yes, do make sure to click the like button, turn those notifications on.
And remember to subscribe to this brand new channel because it's not like the old one. It's not got juice.
Much better.
It's not got any FPL, and that stinking FPL, we got rid of it. So just
I don't
follow
know.
us.
What is that stuff?
This one, the new one.
Yeah. But before we get started, let's introduce our guests for the evening. They're back after a long hiatus. 1 year, 2 years.
2 years, Ray.
We must welcome Steve-O and Ray to the show.
Evening. Evening, lads.
How are we? How are you, Steve-O, first of all?
Yeah, very well. Been off work for, was it now, Nick? 4 months?
Yeah, it's a fair old while,
It's
isn't
been
it?
a fair old while, yeah.
4 months, we claiming benefits, though. What's going on?
Yeah,
Are you?
Scott Mills.
My guy, I knew I liked you, bro.
literally, yes.
The Scott Mills of the NHS. he's been kicked out for 4 months.
What did he get kicked out for again?
No one knows.
No one knows.
I heard something about a 16-year-old. That's what I read.
In relation to this, or just your
No,
own?
in relation to Scott Mills.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
What are you trying to insinuate?
Just,
Terrible. Anyway, are you allowed to talk about it, or what? Do you want to talk about it while you're off?
Well, I'm
He's just
waiting
not-
for a hernia operation.
Oh, is that the reason? Oh, okay. Why?
So work won't let me work.
I
I've
see.
literally said that I want to work specific roles within the job description, but they won't allow it. So
Right.
basically, I've just said, okay, well, I'm going to have to go off sick. And they're like, yeah.
So you got off sick full pay.
I was,
Mm.
and now it's not anymore, so I have to
Oh.
do an ash.
good old do an ash, claim the old universal credit, going up tomorrow, so you know.
Do you know what's a good way to subsidise the money coming in?
Please tell me.
Fraud. There's a gap. It's a white space in the market. for fraud.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
jump
I'm
on
not educated enough in that field to
What, a white
be able to.
that. Yeah, white space.
Oh, okay.
That's not racial.
I was gonna
It's
say.
That's a business term. You should
What
know
are you
it.
trying to say?
You should know it. Also, welcome back, Raymundo. How you doing, my guy? You all right?
It's surreal being back here. I actually don't know what to talk about because
Well, for God's sake, don't tell us about your badger clubbing stories.
so I've got
again.
nothing to talk about.
Last time.
I
that was
represent a
horrific.
certain, region.
Region.
Yeah. You know?
Region.
Yeah. That's the best way of saying it. But no, it's amazing to be back. I love what you guys have done with the show. I especially love when the new producer says to Asha, shut up. I'm a massive fan of that.
Yeah, me too.
But otherwise,
To be
it's
fair,
wonderful to be back.
not much has changed from the last producer to this current producer. They got the memo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Swearing
brilliant
at
to
us
be
is
back.
just like a hello here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to see you, my man.
Yeah, man.
What have you been up to? Like, what have you been doing with yourself in the last couple of years?
Yeah.
Keep it clean.
I've got nothing to say.
No?
Oh.
No, just the last year or so, I've been working 2 jobs. Self-employed,
Yeah.
project management, but also working retail as well. Near my area, I live kind of near Cheam. So in total, probably do about 50 hours a week.
Oh.
And in the middle, trying to, be there for the missus and the 2 kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
with it.
life's life in for you.
life is life in, man.
Life
but,
is life in.
No, it's,
I like it, I like it, I
I like
like
to
it.
say it's a test. That's the
Yeah,
best way
yeah,
of
yeah.
saying it. So, yeah.
We're all having tests. How are you, Nick? You all right?
Just still here, man.
Still here?
Just-
Just grinding it out?
Just, yeah,
Your
absolutely.
hair's looking sublime tonight.
Well, I did have a little haircut.
Yeah?
The new system.
Did you keep the receipt?
Do you like it? Do you like the new system, Ash?
Yeah,
Been
the
to Turkey.
system's like.
Yeah.
I like how they've highlighted it with grey as well, just to make it look
Natural.
real. Yeah,
Natural.
yeah.
Too many people get the Lego. I said, can you make it look a bit more realistic? Yeah, and you're looking fresh. I like.
Yeah, I can't
like
lie.
the way you've twinned up this little khaki green
Definitely lost some weight, by the way, man.
sleeve and hat combo.
My man's definitely single. He's lost some weight.
Yeah.
Keep the compliments coming, you man. My head ain't gonna fit through the door. I appreciate
Well,
it. Thank you.
That's never been the case. We know.
And this head probably won't either.
The physical
Hey.
head. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Cheers. But yeah, we have got some clips to get through tonight, boys. So I hope you're ready.
Well, I
ready for this.
handpicked you guys because I know that out of everyone I've met, You two are the closest to being in the manosphere, I would say.
That is,
Oh, wow.
That's offensive. Genuinely.
That is
Offensive.
so rude.
Offensive but true.
Genuinely
No,
rude. We're not
offensive.
talking about if it's true or not.
Offensive.
Well, you obviously I know about your podcast, the Total Steve podcast. I've listened to it a few times. Ray, you've got a podcast, right?
Yeah, Ray
Ray
Rants.
Rants.
Ray Rants. I've not actually listened to it yet. Tell me about the Ray Rants. What's going on? Have you listened to it?
Yeah.
Good.
Spotify.
Out of 10.
Up.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
Wow. I gave it 5 stars on Spotify, so
5 out of 5. Ooh.
can't.
What are you ranting about, Ray?
Oh, could be anything.
Yeah.
Through the way people walk in London, all the way to how The Rock has become a bit of a sellout in regards to Hollywood. But I try and keep my topics pertinent, but also at the same time timeless as well, that you can listen to in 4 or 5 years.
How there is no Prince Charming in real life.
Yeah.
That was a good
Best
one.
episode, I think.
Prince Charming, content lemmings,
What do
how
you mean
everyone
by
just
that?
follows.
What do you mean by no Prince Charming in real life?
Like people's expectations.
Yeah, the facade of finding the Prince Charming for women, but
Yeah.
they never look up to actually see what's going on because they're too busy on their phone.
Oh, okay.
Example of that. So that's actually my best episode out of all the ones I've
Yeah?
done.
So
My
have you got
second
a-
best one is on Ricky Hatton after he passed away. That was my first episode I did, and how much of a kind of boxing hero he was when I was getting into boxing. So
All right.
yeah.
So I got to check out the Prince Charming episode, yeah. That's the
I
one.
think that
That's what I
one,
should start with.
and also the Content Lemmings one. I think those are the two that I'd say are good.
Yeah. Steve, are you a big fan of Ray's work?
Well, he will attest to this. I was the one that encouraged him to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the inception of the idea was from Steve-O. He said you got a lot of stuff to say, Ray.
I was going to
So-
say it's quite. Yeah, it's if you like the Total Steve-O podcast, you will like.
Not too
Ray
dissimilar.
Rants. Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to the Steve-O ones, but I know he talks about juice. They're the only ones I listen to.
Well, that'll be a bonus one.
or the
next
one where he,
week.
or the,
Such a
or the
narcissist.
or the story.
If
where-
it's about me,
Yeah.
I'll listen.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I can't lie. When he says Ray in his
Yeah.
when he talks about me in his episodes, I
Yeah.
literally start to
Thing
jump
is-
up. I'm like giddy. I'm like
you get hard on.
I did do a bonus one, which is out on Friday, which is going to be about this manosphere.
Yeah.
And I've deliberately said things there's no way I'm going to say on here.
Yeah,
because it's too explicit of my thoughts, which, spoiler alert, I hated those people in it. Hated them. And
Alright.
they are a representation of what I detest about certain aspects of society, especially on the internet.
Okay. All right.
I really, really have a big issue with these types of people.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's watch the clip. And then
which one are we doing first?
Let's do the HS one.
All right.
Have you seen it yet?
The Piers Morgan one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have.
Yeah.
All right. So it was doing the rounds.
When
a
you told me
lot.
about it last week, I watched it.
It was doing the rounds a lot last week, and I saw it chopped up into little clips, and I was like, I've got to watch this whole interview. So I put it on YouTube. I watched the whole thing front to back. Absolutely astounding, to be honest with you. Shocking television, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was hilarious. So let's play it.
I think you're a fucking idiot. I think you're a sexist, misogynist, homophobic twerp who got exposed in a global way by Netflix, by Louis Theroux, for what you are. You're a little half-wit, and you'll make your little followers
Don't get
have a
rattled.
little laugh
Don't get
and everything
rattled.
else. But there's any
Don't
point
get rattled.
wasting. There's no point me wasting my time talking to you. Is there? What's the point?
Exactly. No, do you know what? Let's chill it down then, because what I just said, there's 50 more things that we can have a stupid back and forth and try and
No,
one
I
up each
don't
other.
care. I don't
Just
care
talk
about
to
your
me
silly
normally.
insults. I
Talk
don't
to
care
me
about your silly
normally.
insults. I
Talk
don't
to me
care about
normally.
it. I don't care about your silly insults.
But what do you mean you don't care? What do you mean you don't care? What I said is facts. I have a picture of it. I can flip it around and show you right now.
I couldn't care less about your silly little insults. It's like a 2-year-old. Why would I care?
A 2-year-old. A 2-year-old. Listen, sir, I don't know why you come on and you talk like you're holier than thou. As soon as you're away,
All right, let's
who's
do
this?
this.
Applications are open.
All right, let's just
That's
end
your
this.
team, bro. That's your girl.
Let's end this, please.
Cooked.
You know what? I'm not doing this. Sorry, guys. It's pointless.
Yikes. Okay. It was the cooked right at the end that got me.
Wow.
Steve-O, talk to me. What did you make of like this interaction?
All of you leave the room. So I watched a extended version
Yeah.
of this. So I
Same,
watched the bit where before they started the recording and the way this Harrison was.
Yeah.
I then watched the actual interview, and then why Harrison was acting the way he was just then, and why Piers Morgan was saying what he said.
Yeah. It's a safe space, mate.
Basically, Piers Morgan, for anyone who hadn't seen it, he basically asked a question. You made a statement specifically in that Netflix documentary that if you have a son and he turns up and he becomes homosexual, you will disown him. So Piers Morgan questions this ridiculous homophobic statement. I so want to swear.
Nah, go on, now you're all right. We're past 7 seconds, you're all good.
It's out of respect to your show. He has HSTikkyTokky gets triggered by this because he clearly doesn't like it. He doesn't like the fact that Piers Morgan has asked him a question that is, what's the wording here, Ray? I need you out of maybe Nick. Questioning his authority,
Leading.
if you will.
Oh, undermining.
Yeah, I think he felt undermined. Don't think he was expecting that question so early on in the interview. Because that idiot, I'm so close to saying so many, total steamer Friday, but that idiot, right?
Yeah.
He had an attitude problem before he came on to the interview. Before the starting of the recording, he already had an attitude problem. He already had an agenda coming into this particular interview with Piers Morgan. He already knew
Did the same with Louis Theroux as well.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
And he's
he
like
did.
using that, he's prepping to have a row.
No, I don't think he was. I don't think he was. I watched the video of the behind the scenes setup, and he wasn't prepping this stuff.
No,
he said
he
was sleeping all day, and then he got invited by Piers' team to do this and have a talk about what he thought was the Manosphere, and he didn't really expect Piers to be so reliant and heavy on the whole homophobic thing, which she's already kind of explained. So I don't think he went into it to try and do what he did. It just happened that the question Piers was asking him obviously made him feel a certain way, so he's fought back.
But
and Piers couldn't take it back.
No, Harrison knew what he was getting involved with. If you were asked onto a beat, let's say you had done something publicly, and you're at home in bed and you get a call from BBC to say, "Hi Ash, we want you to come on the BBC programme Newsnight, and we want to talk to you about said incident."
How much are you paying?
You agree to it, and you're already going to have perceived ideas of what is going to be asked of you in that show. So you're already going to be writing down a defence to whatever it is. In Harrison's case, it's the only way I'm going to be able to get at someone like Piers Morgan is, one, by talking about Jeffrey Epstein and all that twaddle, the Illuminati crap, and there's a higher power in this world, and your wife. They're the four arguments he had. He couldn't even answer a very simple question from Piers, which he must have known was going to come up at some point during this interview. Okay, it may have came a bit earlier within the interview than he expected. But Piers, what he said was completely true, because when I actually listened to this interview, I was getting more frustrated with Harrison for not just answering the blast. If he had just answered the question and said, "Yeah, I would disown my son if he was gay. I would."
He did say that.
No, I know he did, but but that's a homophobic attack. So when Piers Morgan says, "But that's a homophobic slur, whatever," he's like, "What are you talking about? Why are you calling me a homophobe for?" It's like Gary says, it's like the second you say it is what it is, it's the end of an argument. It's the same with this Harrison. It's, "Why are you calling me a homophobe?" I'm just questioning a homophobic statement that you literally made about if you were to have a son. Why can't you just answer it for? And it just then the interview turned into this what would happen in a school playground, just, well, more specifically primary school, just two boys just throwing these really, really childish insults at one another, to where Piers Morgan, a professional journalist and however high up he is in the world of TV, a respected guy and whatnot, whatever your opinions are, whatever, and he's just snapped and I'm like, "What am I doing this for? What? Why?" Because he has to interview these people because it's his job.
But it is his show.
Yes, but did he actually ask?
For sure. He did it for
Yeah.
money. He
Of
knows
course.
that the
These
hottest
people-
discussion, the hottest discussion of the week, certainly, and definitely probably the month,
Yeah.
has been this Louis Theroux
Of course,
documentary.
and
Piers Morgan wants him on his platform.
To get-
It's a mutually beneficial
exactly yes.
arrangement. And he's called him on to try and wind him up, I think, to get, because this sort of, even when he walks off, he knows this will be good TV. Piers Morgan is one of the worst people. Even when he was saying to, don't get me wrong, I think Harrison's awful, right? Especially the things he says, awful. But Piers Morgan is not the person to be telling him that. When he's saying to him, you take money off these OnlyFans girls and you say it's wrong, but you still do it anyway. I'm thinking, this is the guy that was bugging the phones of murdered school children, parents, trying to get news. You were doing that for money. And a lot less money than what that Harrison's earning for OnlyFans, probably, because you were just employed as an editor for the Mirror or whatever it was at the time, right? So you were prepared to sell your soul to the devil. I'm not saying one, but for me, if I knew there was someone had been through the hell of having lost children in a murder, to bug the parents of those children's phones is much worse than taking money from an OnlyFans ad. For me, no one's died. Like, people are getting hurt, obviously, in the societal sort of way.
Well,
of things,
he-
but
he-
Yeah, but you just
not
get into a, like,
directly.
it's just a tit for tat, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah. But that's why he can't. That's why Louis Theroux could do that interview. Piers Morgan couldn't.
yeah.
And
I agree.
and HS dragged him down to his level.
Well, this-
and
this
it's
is-
that old saying of like, don't wrestle, like never wrestle with a pig because you both get muddy and the pig.
Well, this
loves
is
it.
why I
And
did-
that's exactly what
I don't
happened.
think I genuinely don't think he went on there to have an argument with
Yeah, I agree-
Piers.
no, I do agree
But
with
I
that,
think
yeah.
you're right. He did get probed and pushed on the whole homophobia thing, which HS did answer. He answered it to his own satisfaction or whatever. But because he kept pushing it, that's where he met the friction of HS, where he obviously tried to get him back. And it's a bit stupid getting involved with someone like Harrison, who really doesn't care what he says. Everything he says is for clicks. And
Yeah.
he had that in his back pocket, if I remember rightly. He actually got sent that picture of Piers's wife laying by the pool asking for a pool boy by someone else. He hadn't even done any research into Piers. He wasn't trying to pick a fight. I think.
But his wife just does it. It's like an ongoing joke. Like, oh,
Yeah, but
he's
it
working away again.
rattled Piers massively.
Of course, because there's probably truth in it. She probably does hate him. If you were
I think-
married to Piers
yeah.
Morgan, you would hate him.
Ray, did Piers actually expose Harrison, or do you think they just misunderstood each other?
No, I think so. I think with Harrison, it was definitely a classic kind of deflection technique. You know, once he kind of was getting challenged, like they do with the internet boys now, they're kind of very good at kind of deflecting and then using certain lexicon of, you know, cooked and all this kind of crap that they use over now. You know,
That's your favourite word, isn't it? Cooked.
it's just
I
a
mean,
word.
about 5 years
But
ago,
also-
I told you I muted that word.
yeah, cooked. Yeah. But also, he obviously has an audience where, you know, he portrays himself as the alpha, like someone else we know who's, you know, based in Romania, you know, is that he portrays himself as an alpha. So obviously he wants to make sure
You pointing at me?
No, when he said someone else who portrays himself as an
Yeah.
alpha, I thought,
Oh,
No,
I am an alpha.
you work for Alpha Taxis. I don't know.
I drive an alpha.
Yeah. Carry on.
So basically, from that aspect as well, because
Yeah.
you know, millions and millions of the people that he, you know, chats all this crap and, you know, sells whatever crap he does and gives himself this kind of alpha persona as well. He wants to make sure he comes out on top, even if, like you were saying, they're going tit for tat, like two bullies on a playground just shouting abuse at each other. And then when they're going at it, there's only going to be one winner. You know, Piers, you know, is whatever, fucking in his 60s and all this stuff, in a suit on this show. And I definitely feel he organized the guest. He picked it because he knew exactly what it was going to do for the brand, the amount of money, the amount of clicks, the fact that he'll still be relevant as well. That even though he walked off, he probably walked off and kind of, you You know, kind of a little smirk and said,
You
"Yeah,
reckon?
that went
Yeah.
exactly
What you
how it's
reckon he
supposed
meant to
go."
do that? I reckon he genuinely got.
No.
I think he
definitely
was,
He
but
definitely
then
got
he-
pissed off.
Yeah,
he
he got-
definitely got
yeah.
upset.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he knew that it's going to look good in the old bank account, isn't it?
The second he walked off, he would have checked the views and seen them skyrocket.
But it's very-
it's instant. People would have been saying, "Oh my god, quickly go over!" Like,
Absolutely.
But
Check
then,
that.
but then he had
He
he had a
released-
similar interview with a guy
I
called
bet that's on his
Clavicula.
highlights.
Have you heard of Clavicula?
No,
Have you heard of him? Yeah, he's another one of these podcasts. His specialty is like how to make yourself look better, basically how to ascend. I think he calls it.
does he look cool?
He's a handsome guy. He's an attractive fella. But he went on Piers's pod on that show and did a similar thing where Piers pushed him for, I think it was something to do with someone that Clavicula was in a car with, and they played some sort of Nazi anthem and he was singing to it. So he pressed him on that. And then Clavicula brought up the whole...
Sing it. I'll see if I can get it on Shazam.
don't know the words off by heart, but if you start it, I'll join in. But yeah, he brought up the Epstein thing, and Piers didn't get rattled then. He didn't walk off the show.
Well, of course,
then,
the moment
but
the moment he mentions his wife, obviously, then it's completely.
he brought up his wife too.
Absolutely. Oh, right.
He brought up his wife too, but something about what Harrison did got him so upset that he walked off his own show.
Do you think it's because Harrison is this new breed of celebrity who, and I know this through a lot of podcasts I've listened to with very famous actors and actresses, and they, and obviously other people that are very high up within their own field, and they're genuinely angry at the fact that someone that's a regular guy like us on social media becomes popular because of a gimmick. And then that gimmick allows them to take a spot that they feel they should have. And I'm just wondering if, well, in fact, no, fuck that, I know. It's Piers Morgan doesn't like what this Harrison represents and can't believe he's entertaining a prat like that. And I think deep down he's thinking, what am I doing? Why am I interviewing this guy?
I think maybe also he felt like he wasn't winning in the bickering.
Yeah, I just...
Yeah, that I think Harrison would have just stayed there for another 10 minutes and just
Harrison
gone,
tried to call
tit
him
for tat,
after.
tit for tat,
He
tit
said,
for
"Let's
tat."
get back on. Like, come back. Let's have a proper chat."
Yes, I mean, I don't think Piers Morgan would have been that upset. This is a man that worked on Britain's Got Talent. He stood in front of some of the biggest idiots known to man and next to them,
But a lot
and
of
puts
the-
up with them.
Yeah, but
He had
lot
that
of
Mizzy
these-
on. Do you remember that idiot Mizzy, the guy, the kid with the tea cozy on his head that used to run into people's houses? He had him a few years ago. Like, he's even worse than that house. At least HS has built some sort of brand.
Yeah,
not
I
just-
think it's more the fact that, unfortunately, in the entertainment business, these people are always trying to one up, and just... It's like Andy Millman in Extras. He's just never, ever happy. No matter how successful he is, he just wants... Even if he won a Grammy, it's not enough. And, again, I don't know much about Piers Morgan other than he's an Arsenal fan and he comes and talks sport occasionally, but... I can imagine he hates the fact that Netflix has done a documentary on complete nobodies in the grand scheme of things. Why haven't they done a documentary on me and now I've got an interview on one of these?
They're nobodies to him, but they're somebodies to loads
few
and
million
loads of
people, yeah.
people.
Yeah,
and the
youngsters,
reason that he's
yeah.
got him on is you're absolutely right. He is now part of pretty much mainstream media. You can't
Yeah, and
open
this
up
is what
a
Piers
social
Morgan-
media
yeah,
app without
yeah.
seeing this guy
Yeah.
and Ed Matthews and all these guys in the.
Yes, but this is what Piers
in the
Morgan
doc.
doesn't agree with. And he's
So-
probably part of this long line of people that have worked in the field for the last... I mean, how old is he? 60-year-old?
yeah.
So anybody between probably the ages of 40 up to 40 plus are probably very bitter at this new wave of celebrity
So
that's
do you
coming
think
out.
it's a case of old media versus new media, and who do you think actually won out of this? If anyone?
I think they
Piers
both
Morgan
came
could
out
only
idiots.
lose.
They both came out idiots.
I think personally they both did. I didn't like the... I thought that Harrison just came across as... I mean, he's 23. He just came across as just a very immature individual. And Piers Morgan bordered on, not quite to a similar extent to TalkSport, but bordered on what you were just discussing a minute ago, where it's... He did walk off deliberately, but probably afterwards he probably did think, oh, this is going to get a load of clicks. It's all like Nick said. It's just one big game. It's mental. I hate it.
Do you have
so
a
much.
Ray? Do you have like? Aside from take all this controversial views Harrison has to one side, is there a level of respect for what he's been able to achieve in terms of the clout that he has online, the followers he has, and the supposed money that he's made? Because he's basically an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I think Steve and I have this conversation quite a lot. Actually, is he's exposed an opportunity and gone as far as he can with it, and it's up to the consumers whether they latch onto it or not, and they've latched onto it. So he has made his millions through that. So there's two parts. A, the stuff he says is absolutely outrageous and completely wrong. However, he's getting the fame, he's getting the money, he's getting the clicks, he's getting all this exposure as well. So as ridiculous and as much as I disagree with his thoughts and how he portrays himself, I also don't respect the idiots who are kind of latching onto it, giving him the money and giving him the attention as well. So he has found a loophole, if you like, which is becoming a very common thing with other influencers as well. One with the surname that's a colour, and the other guy I was talking about who's based in Romania, or even if he is right now, is they took a market, they exposed it,
Jimmy White.
and they've made their millions. Yeah.
Snooker.
Roger Black.
Yeah.
Bonnie Blue. Oh, Bonnie Blue. All right, cool.
Oh, okay.
Was it Bonnie? Was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But my thing is, I know we were saying, Steve, you were saying people over 40 generally have a
Jimmy White was a
dislike
good
for
one.
people that have sort of this new age of media, as it were, right? I do agree with that. And sometimes I compare it with music as well. And I do feel like actually in some ways it's better because I feel like old media, and that's where Piers came up in. He worked at newspapers, and then basically forced, no one asked for him. He got pushed by whoever he was pally with at whatever production company, newspaper, TV. They then chose, we're going to put him at the front, right? Whereas with this new kind of way of making your own lane, be it in music, comedy, whatever, you can hold up a camera and you can tell some jokes. You can hold it your phone, you can play a song and sing on guitar. And if you're good, you will get a following, and that can go on to, so yeah, you do get the evil and the bad of like useless people sometimes getting attention, but also the kind of buffer and the kind of blocker, if you like, of a few years ago, someone goes to a record agency as an artist and say, oh, I want a recording contract where, no, you don't quite look the part, or no, not yet. Now that's all gone away. The public they can go direct to consumer as an entertainer, be it in adult content, be it in music, be it in comedy, whatever you want to do. You can put yourself out there and then let the public judge. Whereas before, people didn't have it. So in some ways, I do think it's better, if that makes sense, in a weird way.
He's able to stand on his own 2 feet. He's carved out
You can
a career
kind of
for
create
himself.
your own thing. And if people don't like it, or if it's no good, people just won't pay.
Although
We don't get it because that sort of entertainment, like Logan Paul and what's just like not interested in it at all. But
the one
they
thing
do
I
well.
agreed with, the very limited time I spent watching that Manosphere, which was very limited.
Wait, how long did you watch it for?
I lasted 4 minutes, 4 seconds.
4 minutes, 4 seconds. I swear it was like 90 minutes.
And then I came back to it.
Yeah.
And I got to 19 minutes, 19 minutes, and I'm like, I can't do this.
At
So I
what
just
point did
skipped
you
through.
decide to end the viewing?
The
You
end
know
credits.
the guy after Harrison? There was a guy with a Ferrari or whatever.
Oh, the
it was.
ginger guy.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just
with the badly fitting suit.
Yeah, I've got loads of money. Right, I'm bored already.
Was he like, he looked at the Lambo and went, just to let you know, that's not success.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I don't think that this car
F that
is
car.
success. F that car.
Yeah.
Like, bro, just don't talk about the car.
Yeah. Get an Uber. What are you doing? Why have you driven here?
And then I kind of skipped forward to the next person, which was a former Marine who does a podcast where I don't know what part of the show it is, but he then starts degrading women, which I could have picked my
Is that
TV
guy
up.
former
He's not.
Marine?
No. He's not from Marine.
was
He
he?
worked for the
Special
department
Forces
of.
or something?
Nah, he
Nah,
worked.
he
He worked in.
was a Costco.
Nah, he worked in like counterintelligence or something.
Yeah,
some government job.
He is-
Whatever, yeah.
CIA or something.
He is counterintelligence.
I was going to say, he seems like he has
And then
counterintelligence.
I was like, what? Who on earth? Well, I do know, but I daren't say it on here. who on earth consumes this stuff? It is.
You do.
Forget not.
Let's cross over to our Manosphere expert, Ray Qureshi. Ray,
Forget us. We understand what that content is. That lad who goes to Marbella and just talks to girls about explicit subject matters. I've seen this stuff I've actually, funny enough, saw this stuff on YouTube, and I just rolled my eyes like, why is this interesting? Like, at least in the FPL space, it's, we're a bunch of people that want to understand who the best captain is when the blank gamings are, blah, 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 blah. And if there's an interesting conversation piece that comes out of this stream or whatever, brilliant. If not, we've still got the information we can. And we know what it's about. It's the same with other hobbies and interests. But this, I don't even know what you would call this. What is it? What would Andrew Tate say? This alpha male type
banter
stuff that goes on that's all about trying to highlight what women are really like. I'm just like, why is this interesting? It's not. It's very clickbaity. I'll give you that. Extremely clickbaity, because twats like me will click on, what's that? Two attractive women, man. What's your favourite ever sex position? Oh, click on it.
But also, you're reaching out to the younger demographic
Yeah,
as
of
well.
course,
That's the
yeah.
thing. You know, ones that
it's for young teens.
100%.
yes,
In fact,
yeah.
we were having a conversation as well, is that the way society is now, you know, with a lot of children as well, like their parents won't really educate them or spend time with them. Here's a phone, you know, here's a tablet, here's something like that. So when they're looking for their influence or their manly figure, you know, as for
Or
men,
entertainment.
or entertainment as well, or education, they're like, right, I'm going to go on TikTok. And because now no one has attention spans anymore, apart from doing that every 10 seconds, is they're going to look at the likes of Tate, they're going to look at the likes of TikkyTokky and whoever's going to be the next fad in the next 6 months as well, isn't it? So their whole psyche is being manipulated in towards what is happening in this bit of content that is entertaining at the moment, rather than really getting the value they can from their loved ones who has their best interests at heart.
Well,
But if you could look at it from a young man's point of view, who probably is low on confidence, probably doesn't look great, probably isn't able to, you know, date confidently or get a girlfriend.
and
They look
that's
at
where-
these guys online,
sat here, mate.
go in and
Yeah.
I was trying not to look at you. They see Ed Matthews going around Marbella chatting up girls like it's nothing. He's going, oh, where you going?
hold
What are
on
you
a
saying,
minute.
girl? You're all right. And then the next one, da-da-da.
Yes.
That's what the level of confidence that they're trying to emulate. So
yeah.
is that not
And us,
a
and us
positive
men
thing?
will always have that kind of archaic, old school kind of, I look good, I want to approach women, I want to be attractive straight away. I think there is some...
That's just pride in appearance.
There is, there,
No, but not everyone can look really, really
Yeah, but
beautiful or
but
handsome.
I
So
could argue.
I can't relate, sorry.
I could legitimately argue that any one
you're
of
right.
us in this room right now, if we were to go in the middle of this Broadway with a sandwich board that basically said something provocative,
like,
for instance,
eat this hot dog.
I'm still a virgin. Why? Question mark.
Yeah.
You are going to get a lot of people coming to you, and then you put that content out, and people are going to be like, wow, Steve-O gets a lot of people talking to him, etc., etc. He's creating conversations. Like, well, yeah, because I'm literally wearing something on me with that. What's his name? Ed.
Ed
He's
Matty.
got a cameraman they're in a location where people are happy, jolly, we're in for a good time.
Drunk,
We're drunk.
mainly. That's the
we
main
we may
thing.
have taken other substances, but let's just stick to drink. We're all happy. Wait a minute, there's a good-looking guy. He is a good-looking guy. Subjectively, he's a good-looking guy. And he comes towards me, and he's got a cameraman there, and he asks us some simple, basic questions. You are right. On the internet, it's, wow, this guy's confident, he's sexy. Wow, I want to be like that. That's not real life. Real life is me as a man, or you as a man, or you as a man, or you as a man, going up to a girl and talking to them with confidence. It doesn't work like that in real life, unfortunately. I understand everything you're saying.
I think it does.
In real life, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think it does in real
You
life.
have to, well, you have to be a certain person, and that's got to be within your personality.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So surely Ed has that within his character makeup,
him.
and that's the reason why so many people watch. Because loads of guys try and do what he does, but he's very successful at it because
Well, that's a
he's
conversation
obviously
for-
practiced it over time. He knows what works, and to be honest, the bottom line is he just doesn't give a fuck.
Yes, yeah.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and he shoots all the time. And he's obviously only going to show the ones that are successful. But who knows how many? There's been times where girls have gone, nah, mate. I've seen one where he goes up to a girl and he's like, oh, do you like white chocolate? And then she's like, nah. And then her mate's like, oh, shame on you, shame on you. And then she's got basically like a shaved head like me, and he goes, well, at least I don't look like a tennis ball. Like he just doesn't give a fuck. But I think that's what young people want to kind of aspire to be like.
Yeah, but if I always turn it on its head by saying, but what if there isn't a camera there?
Same.
That's the thing. No,
Same difference. Obviously, he does it for the streams and the money.
Yeah, but a lot of people coming up to him see a camera there and think, oh, watch out, because I might be on a clip.
Yeah,
might be on a clip.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but there's also an equal amount of ones who don't play up to the camera, that don't want to be on camera. There's loads of times where I've seen people go, oh, fuck off, mate, you're a prick, like, don't do one. Like,
you could apply that to anybody on YouTube that draw attention to themselves. What I'm saying, the point what you're saying is that if he didn't have the camera there, would he be just going up to random? He could be going up to random girls, but I don't think he'd be insulting them for comedic effect. I don't think if he went up to a girl and they basically said no, and he just decided to insult them, I don't think he'd just do that.
So you think it's all play for the cameras,
of course
basically?
It bloody is. Yeah.
Definitely the insulting part. Absolutely. Yeah. Where he's teasing them and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not 100% with you guys on this, you know.
The thing is, there are lots of dickheads out there. I don't doubt that he'd probably just behaved 90% of the way there, just if no one was around, and he would have been a dickhead lad.
Yeah, we're
in
all
his
old
teens,
enough.
and he's just kind of realised that people find it funny. So now it's like egged him on that extra 10%.
Yeah.
But there's always been idiots. Like you said, we're old enough to an age where we grew up, so loads of knobheads around and would do stupid stuff and try and chat to girls that weren't interested and just keep bugging them when you're on a night out.
Come on, man, the game, innit?
Right. I think
people.
We've covered enough of this one. Well, I've realised the time's getting away from us.
We were just about... I'd found a lovely segue because Steve just mentioned about, being a role model to younger guys.
Yeah.
And this kind of led on perfectly to this Jimmy Carr clip. So you said you hadn't. Ray, I know you haven't. Steve, have you seen this clip?
I haven't. Well, I may have done, but I don't know.
Just before I play it, we have not said hello to the chat. So we should say hello to everyone. Errol Myers in the house. Thank you, mate. Good evening, always says. Colm, nice to see you, Colm.
Hey, mate.
It takes something for someone to make Piers Morgan look like the good guy. Interesting take. Volo's here. Jesus, what a lineup, he says.
Yes, Alex.
Yes,
Errol
Alex.
says, Piers is the good guy. Is Piers the good guy ever? Agree with Nick. Good point, Errol. Errol Myers also says, both of them I don't hold in
Thanks,
high
Yelena.
esteem.
I appreciate
Interesting debate. Piers is known for inviting controversial characters. Personally, neither of them won, I don't believe. And Yelena says, delighted to see the king back in the studio.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, Ray's going to take all the plaudits there. All right, let's listen to this clip from Jimmy Carr talking about Manosphere.
What do I think of Manosphere? What, the Louis Theroux documentary? Well, I think it's very good that he made that. I think it's very interesting that they're mainstreaming that argument. Because you go, well, those guys are talking to young men. I don't like what they're saying to young men, but I like the fact that they're talking to young men. You have to respect there is some the intent there. The content's terrible, but the intent of talking to young men that are lost is valuable. But we just need better voices talking to young men. We can't marginalise them. Well, I think there's a lot of talk about toxic masculinity, and no one talks about the positives. You could be a king, or you could be a tyrant. You could be a warrior, or you could be a sadist. You could be an agent of magical transformation, or you could be a manipulator. You could be a lover, or you could be an addict. There's a positive side to masculinity, and we're not talking about that. We need to empower young men.
I'll pause it there. Pertinent.
Very pertinent. I like Jimmy Carr. I think he's funny. Sometimes some of his stand-up, I think, goes a bit too far, a bit too high. But as he's got older, and I don't know if anyone's seen him on Joe Rogan,
Diary of a CEO,
things like that, where he's just kind of being himself. And I think this was quite an interesting clip that I come across watching, because it kind of just showed him a bit more, rather than trying to do a bit, because it was just more of a Q&A with the audience and people were just shouting out stuff. I thought it just really nice to like see it. And also he's kind of played it down the middle almost. He wasn't just kind of straight. It's easy for us all to sit here and go, oh, all of these people are doing, but he kind of was looking at logic. Well, yeah, like they're awful people, but why are they getting an audience, you know, and trying to like strip it back. And the danger is, like with anything, if you just turn around and completely, what's the word? Like not isolate, just kind of disregard what they're saying, then you just lose the argument straight away. You have to kind of, if you're saying to these kids or boys, like, oh, that's just a load of rubbish, don't pay any attention to that. That's not dealing with the actual thing. You kind of do have to explain and understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, you have to acknowledge the...
It's the same way in politics, doesn't it? Like you see this problem in America at the minute, that they're having complete battle, not that we talk about politics, but a complete battle on their hands because both sides are just saying, I can't believe how stupid you lot are. Rather than just like, what have we got in the middle that maybe we can agree on?
That's a good point.
It's just constantly like, it's like the first word I hear is you calling me an idiot. How do we ever move forward from this? You know? Whereas if you can try and like look at it a bit more maturely and say, listen, I personally don't think that's great, but let's chat about maybe some of the reasons you feel that is correct. And then you
But that's what Ash has been saying in the last 2 episodes, including today, regarding Manosphere and this Harrison. It's literally what you're saying. It's we got to see.
You've been saying I've been talking absolute tosh.
Yeah.
But so why are you not practicing what you preach? Thank you, Steve-O.
No,
Steve-O's
you
got my
haven't
back.
been saying that. That's not Steve. That is not.
Let's meet halfway, rude boy.
No.
Come on.
It kind of sounds
keep
threatening
saying,
when you say it.
it sounds ridiculous when you say it.
When I say it.
Well, because you'll be
When you
like,
say meet me halfway, I'm thinking field, empty, midnight. So, yeah.
It's a threat, isn't it?
It's a complete threat. Rude boy, I'll meet you down the halfway. Yeah, sucker.
Are we meeting at
Wait, bro, I'm going to meet you down the alleyway, rude boy.
halfway? The only place I meet you is at the halfway house.
I'll meet you up, bro. I'm going to shank you at the halfway house as well.
But the problem is, people, when you say it, you're like, oh, he's like a bit of a boy, isn't he? That's he wasn't saying what Jimmy Carr said.
Well,
If I close my eyes, that's literally Ash.
I wasn't saying that he's a bit of a boy.
He's a bit of a boy, and he
wasn't
like,
saying-
do you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like, man's just on flames.
I can't lie, Harrison's my hero, rude boy. He's a bad
Anyway.
man. He's a bad man, you know.
Anyway, I really liked this clip. It touched me.
I'm going to play the rest of it. A bit more.
This is
I'm pro gang, pro drinking, pro gambling. Let me talk you round. Okay, it sounds like, gangs are really fucking good ideas. They get some bad press because some of them do shoot people and deal drugs. But what I mean by a gang is, where should all men be? I'll tell you, all men should be with other men. Men check other men. Guys keep other guys in line. Right? It's good. You should be, like before, we want young men and women to get together, right? We want them to get together. Well, you can't start with a relationship. You've got to start with a friendship. Young men, you can practice on your friends. It's not gay. Drinking. I think drinking is essential because the risk to your liver is as nothing compared to the risk of social isolation. I've set up, well, that's Scott Galloway, brilliant Scott Galloway's line. I've set up a series of youth clubs all around the nation. They've got pool tables, they've got darts, they've got jukeboxes, they serve drinks, they're called pubs. They've been proven to work for men's mental health for the last 200 years. And I think we should open the doors to 16-year-olds. I think we should let 16-year-olds drink in pubs. My only proviso is not on their own. I think groups of 4. You should be able to be served if you can get 3 mates together, and then men check other men. I don't want them set at home on their PlayStation. I don't want them drinking in the park. I want them with other men in a space where there's grown-ups around, and that's how you learn. That's what a society is. It's a good idea. And gambling, I'm very pro-gambling, but not this low-stakes bullshit, sports betting and casinos. Tell me what you want to do with your life. Tell me what you're willing to sacrifice, and then bet your life on yourself. That's a gamble, right? Every man takes a performance-enhancing drug every day. It's called testosterone, right? There's more male CEOs. Yeah, of course there is. There's also more men in prison. What do they have in common? They took a crazy fucking risk. Sometimes you end up on a yacht, sometimes in D-Wing. Anyway, that's what I think about the Manosphere.
Good, right? Go on, what? Steve, I'm not convinced.
I
Can't get it
think,
back.
Unfortunately, regarding the pub,
Yeah.
I think that it is never going to happen. Unfortunately, we live in a very digitalized world in which people are. We're almost feeling like we're forced indoors because of the amount of tech that we have to be able to stay indoors. I mean, political, but the cost of what it is to go to a pub these days is disgraceful.
Yeah, it is. Facts.
It's
Yeah,
an
yeah, I agree.
absolute disgrace. And even, I don't care that I'm 40. Would I go to a nightclub? No. However, if I did actually want to go to a date, if a damn woman would actually want to dare go out with me, and I wanted to take her to a cocktail bar, do I really want to be spending 16 quid on a tiny little cocktail? Not really. Not really. You're taking the fucking piss. And unless you are...
The woman or the pub?
The pub. unless you're at a level... We're specifically talking alcohol here, / pubs, clubs, etc. Unless you earn a decent wage and your life revolves around alcohol, you are not going to be going to these places to socialise or whatever, because it's just easier staying in and talking to your mates on whatever communication that you have. You've got all the entertainment in the world. You've got social media. You've got things like this, live streams. There's so much stuff out there to not necessarily stop people, but it's people are using it as an excuse. Like I harp on about this on Total Steve all the time, where, you know, there are people like me that want to do things, but it's the cost of doing things which is putting me off. Even something as simple as going into central London, it's going to cost me a tenner. I don't earn enough to be justifying a tenner to get me to central London and back. It's ridiculous.
If the economic climate was better though, and you did have a level of disposable income to do those things, would you, or
Yes.
would you continue to
I
use
used
tech
to do
as
it.
an excuse?
I
not
have
to
these
do that?
conversations with my landlord. I have conversations with Ray, where before coronavirus, genuinely, we're not talking that long. We're talking, 5 years ago? I specifically remember at Tesco, we used to have events, social occasions. I'd go out to, for instance, gigs on a regular basis. and
Just
so on
quickly
and
say,
so
we should,
forth.
for the chat, Steve-O worked at Tesco.
Worked at
Because otherwise
Tesco,
it
yeah.
sounds a bit...
Yeah.
Sounds like you were there with your club card trying to go on a night.
5% off.
That virus came along, and since then, without going down the conspiracy theorist route, the world has completely gone mental. I can't... the people literally at Tesco at the time are going, can't go out anymore. I always use the example of the Christmas dinner. Everybody would go to the Christmas dinner. Like, let's say there was, I think it was 150 members of staff when I first went there. And there was a hotel up the road, and they'd book it out. And I remember there was at least a good 60 people. And I remember specifically, it wouldn't surprise you to know, drinking a bottle of vodka. Hey, Becky, come on, Anna, let's all, trying to get the women to come along.
Manosphere.
End up just taking a man. We get up to the hotel. We're all having a laugh. With how much? Yeah, give us a double vodka lemonade, so on and so forth. Yeah, sure. Coronavirus comes along. After that, when we're all out to socialise again, we're going to go to the same hotel. How much is it costing? Oh, yeah, it's going to cost 50 quid. Sorry? Yeah, 50 quid per person. No one went. Drinks.
Yeah,
Was it free
life has
before?
become really expensive.
No, it was like 15 quid.
Oh, so
But there are other things people can do which aren't
Of course.
as expensive. Like I see when I go to the gym, so I go to Pure Gym, £20 a month, right?
Yeah.
Which is what? What's 20 divided by 4? 5?
5.
There you go, £5 a week-ish. I see so many groups of young people in the gym, just
Hunched over,
just like
on
working
their
out and
phones.
training together.
Really?
Yeah, all the time, especially on weekends. I feel like there's definitely been a shift where the youth of today have become a bit more conscious about being healthy,
Well, that's
and
because
they're
of the
not
internet.
really looking to go to pubs like we did back in the day.
No,
Coffee
So it's
and
more
gyms.
like coffee
and
going
gyms
for
more than pubs, yeah.
walks, doing like paddle, like doing some sort of sport, going to the gym and social. So why can't we, as a society, just make a shift in terms of our thinking and go towards doing something that's less expensive but still keeping that social element, Ray?
I think in hindsight, what you're saying sounds wonderful and glorious, but I think I read a document in December. I think I shared it with Steve-O as well. Is the amount of drinking in the last 10 years is the lowest it's ever been since statistics took place in
Booze
Britain.
is down, yeah.
Like by far. I think a lot of it is
Not in
obviously
Nick's
because
house,
of
by the
the cost of living. Yeah, but that's like the good stuff.
I'm trying to
I'm
Cavassier,
talking about Fosters.
I'm trying to keep the
remember
economy
Shandy
going,
Base?
mate. The blue can.
Yes.
Had that as a kid.
So, but what you're mentioning as well is, I think, I love the idea of, you know, lads going to the gym. There's like a brotherhood. Like when I used to work out long time ago, we had a brotherhood. We'd push each other and stuff like that. But we didn't have phones. We didn't have the distractions of going on the phone and, you know, sitting there and scrolling. And if it's like 20 minutes, maybe 3 or 4 minutes is that actually doing hard work. The other 16, 17 minutes is actually going on the phone and just pissing around and doing brain rot, as they call it now. So as much as I loved the pub back in the day, it was a brilliant way of socializing. The cost was so much better and everything like that as well. It's what is the real value that you're getting when, you know, you're actually going and doing a social stuff that's affordable as well. And my biggest issue there as a father to a son is when I have discussions with him about this kind of stuff, because he's going to be 9, is I ask him, so what do you want to do? And it's like, oh, I want to play football with my friends. I want to do outgoing things and all of that.
Yeah.
He hasn't been exposed to all of this bullshit of social media yet. And my biggest fear is that once he does get exposed to it, even if I can't control it, even if I'm trying to control it, kids go to school, is even though I love what you're saying, I just can't see that in the next 10 years that the shift is going to be more active. I actually think it's going to be even worse going into the bubble of technology and not going out anymore for 2 reasons, specifically the UK. Affordability, I think it's just going to go more insane. And I think the second thing, and they'll use it as an excuse, because I can't afford to go out, guess what? I have a lot more entertainment that I can do internally that stops me having to go and interact with other human beings directly. And therefore, it will also add to the obesity rate as well, because our obesity rate is going up every single year as well as a percentage. So, you know, from a content point of view and technological point of view, there'll be loads of money coming in. And I'm going to be, well, not me, but my son, unfortunately, is going to be very much quenched in regards to his need of entertainment. But I think from a physical and social point of view, you know, like this, I think it's going to become more alien.
Are you worried about Luca?
I'm a little bit. I feel like it's going to go the other way, to be honest. When I speak to friends, you know, not all, some have already planned to give their kids phones probably before they even leave primary school. I won't. And
Likewise.
I don't think it's necessarily good from the ones I see, like when I've got friends that have already got kids who have got phones. I don't think it's a good thing, clearly. But I think now it's become more and more evident, different programs and different exposés on what it actually does to an adult's brain, let alone a child's brain. So I feel like there's a big swing. And I know that we've already signed up to certain movements that are against, you know, campaigns against giving children phones. It was recently discussed.
Ray rants tomorrow, by the way.
Is it? Yeah. It was recently discussed, like in Parliament, like 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, where the government voted against a petition to bring the social media, not phones, but social media age up to 16. They all voted against it because obviously it's money in it. Because
when was that?
own the tech companies.
2 weeks ago.
Literally like 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, because I know
Beginning of
Australia
March.
passed it, didn't they? Australia,
Yes.
and then we were
Yeah.
trying to follow suit.
Australia
Yeah,
passed because they got
so
brains.
we said no.
We said no.
Oh,
Which
we're
you can't
we're
think.
some
What would,
idiots.
what would be
suck,
the
man.
We
possible
absolutely
reason
suck.
to say no?
Money.
Obviously, money.
Yeah.
Our friends own a tech. Actually, we know that it would like half the actual people that are using it because the kids genuinely are the ones with like 8 different burner accounts. So it will suddenly look like, oh, we're advertising with, we're telling our ad revenues that we have 8 million, well, 80 million users in the UK. In fact, you've got about 5 million.
Definitely.
And it's just people with tons and tons of different accounts, messing about, bots and all the rest of it. So, yeah, so that's why they voted against it. But I do think it's going to swing back because I'm confident, and I've only got my little bubble of people I actually speak to about it. But certainly on a local level, like when I chat to friends, they're all kind of a mindset like, let's just try and get rid of this crap out of our kids' lives. We'll see.
It does start with the parents. It does start with the
Always,
adults.
yeah, in my
They
opinion.
follow.
Isn't it like a... Can't you balance it? Can't you have a bit of both?
Oh,
Can't you have... Like, so my kids, right? Obviously, I don't live with my kids. So the reason that they had a phone was so that I could communicate with them whenever I wanted to. But that wasn't until my daughter went to, like, high school. So she'd been, like, 11, 12, which is about the right age, isn't it, for a phone, normally?
I don't know now.
But-
I just think it depends what's on it.
But
If she just wants to talk to you, then fine.
She doesn't have any social media.
Then that's the main
She's
problem.
got WhatsApp. She's got Roblox.
See, Roblox is social media.
yeah.
It's a game.
It's a game with communication that
Yeah, but they
adults
don't all
play to
chat in
chat
it.
to children.
She plays on it with her friends.
Let me tell you a story. I got a friend whose daughter was ill off school for the day, right? She was playing Roblox, chatting to her friend who was playing with her all day, chatting, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, went to pick up her other child from school, got there, saw the mum of it, said, oh, such and such has been playing with, I didn't realise he was sick off school as well. She's been playing with him all day. She was like, no, he's been at school all day. They ain't,
That's all right. It's his sister got the phone.
no
Playing
one
with, playing with, his
was
sister, playing with her little
out.
sister. What are you talking about?
Listen,
Why are you
Roblox
making-
is known. How you don't know about this? Roblox is known as like the pedo's paradise.
Yeah. Get them onto Minecraft, man, because I also took
They play
the
Minecraft
kids off
too.
Roblox. Yeah.
But I know I've watched them. I've set up their accounts and I've watched them play with.
There is
their
no
actual-
safety measures on
their-
Roblox.
Nah, bro, come on,
There isn't.
bro. I know it's their minute. I know it's their friend. She only plays with like 1 or 2 different friends.
All right, I can't
It's
help
not
you.
like a bunch of 20, it's like 20
I'm
different
telling
people.
you
But anyway,
that
my
it's-
point is, you can have.
Did you
that
say
part-
babe?
No, I said
Why
mate.
did you
I
say
think.
babe,
I don't
please?
know, babe. Listen,
Twinkle.
but she also has done dance and like sports, and she's like in a football team now. My son does the same thing. He plays football like 2-3 times a week.
Sports is
but
the
then
an-
he also has
the
his little
antidote, for
device.
sure.
So surely, like having a little balance of the two is
For sure, it's better than
It's
listen.
worth it, no?
Having sport in your life is better than just being on the phone the whole time. What I'm saying is, if you're going to give him a phone, then you got to be smart about knowing. Like Roblox is like a grooming site. It's the number one.
Well, you would know.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
I had so much success. I had to.
So if I could,
That's why I'm teaching you the ways. But listen, you have to get rid of Roblox.
Nah, I like Roblox. I play it too.
Of course you do. I know.
What? Why are you laughing? Roblox is
But
good.
why? Listen,
I
why
play it with my kids. What are you trying to say? That they're not who they say they are on Roblox?
No, I'm not saying
I'm literally in the
100%
same
of
room
time.
as them.
What I'm saying is, why do you always have to play devil's advocate? Still, look at it. It's ridiculous, isn't it? I'm trying to give you a well-known common sense fact that Roblox is a like groomer's paradise.
Well, you should tell all your mates to get off it then. All right?
They come to me like our ring on the dark web. Say, what time's Ash going on?
Dick.
No,
now I know why it's been 2.5 years since.
Yeah.
But however, scooting back to what you were
Scoot on.
saying
Scoot on.
is a big word that I use a lot is moderation. So, for example, with the kids when they come back from school, they have their me time. So they actually both have a tablet. They have a tablet, but one of the key things is they don't have a social media account. There's no Twitter, Instagram, anything like that. Me and the wife actually are able to control the kind of content that they're able to watch. However, it's very much, here's your time. You have an hour, you have 45 minutes, enjoy yourself. If it's Minecraft or they're watching football videos or, my daughter's really getting into her ballet now, brilliant. So it's moderation. But then it's about right, you've had your hour. Now what are you going to do? You know, and that's where the garden, playing sports or creating something. It's like, Daddy, I want to go outside. It's raining. Daddy, I want to go on tablet TV. You've had your time already. Now what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know?
So, so what do you do then?
Myself?
Yeah, for the, if they're like, oh, Dad, I don't know what, like, I don't know what it's raining outside, and you're like, you've had your me time, and they go, Dad, I don't know what to do on board.
Literally, I say to them, find something to do.
And then what they do?
Sometimes they'll sit with me. I'm like, okay, you can sit with me. I'm working. Or I'll be like, you got all the toys, you got your books or something. Try and find something to do. So my daughter Raina started to create like bracelets and stuff with all the beads and that kind of stuff. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. She even sold some to family. Bit of a hustler, actually. You'd be proud.
I would.
Only if the bracelet had like weed stashed in the.
They're not green beads. But anyway, and in regards to Ryan, my son, he'll go in the hallway and he'll start practicing his football skills on the goal. Yeah. Like he'll put the footstool there, start aiming,
and they do that without
action figures. And now they do it without us driving it. They're just like, right, I got nothing to do. Yeah. I don't want to watch Daddy work or stuff like that. The garden's unavailable. We don't want to play with each other, as in the two kids. Yeah. We're gonna do our own shit. Yeah. You know? So
that's good.
But the thing, if they don't have they don't know that's an option. Do you know what I mean?
And the thing is about kids nowadays is that they don't actually understand what boredom is anymore. They don't understand. I did a pod on it actually. Is they don't understand what we used to do when we used to do curveball, you know, or go out in the roads and play with your friends. Because maybe I'm being a hypocrite now, but I wouldn't let my kids go out now after like 6. Like,
you are being a hypocrite.
I am, based on what I used to do.
Massive hypocrite.
Elaborate?
Well, you went out when you were young, but you won't let your kids do it.
No, because now, unfortunately, with, I guess, social media and everything, I'm just terrified to let them out at a certain time, you know? But because now there's just constantly like, I want attention, I want attention, I want to do things, is I feel kids nowadays don't understand how to just sit there with their own thoughts like we had to in the past. How to create, give time to create, give time to make some you know, bracelets or write stories and stuff like that. Like we probably did. Doodle, play with your toys and stuff like that, you know?
There is a big change. Like people do have a lot less lower boredom thresholds. Like if you see kids now, it'll be like watching Netflix, right? Episode finishes, like skip to next episode. Oh God, I can't possibly watch the credits. Oh God, I don't want to watch the intro. Skip again. It's like,
no, but real talk, no, who wants to watch the credits?
But I'm saying, when you grow up, like, not maybe I'm a bit older than you.
We had no choice.
If I wanted to watch my favourite TV programme, it would be on at like 5:30 on a Thursday. Yeah. If I missed it, I'd never see it again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I had to wait until the next Thursday.
And we have to go through the 5-minute adverts.
You're doing exactly the same things. Like if you're on Netflix and the thing finishes, you're not watching all the credits. You're going to skip to the next one.
I still have the patience.
And then you're going to skip the intro for the next episode.
I have the patience of someone born in 1981. I've been through the hard times, so that's why I don't.
But that's not their fault, is it? That's not their fault. I do take your point.
It's not. I'm not saying it's their fault. What I'm saying is I know what both is like, so I can deal with the board. I'm saying kids can't wait because they don't know any different from being able to have instant access to everything. And that is why, not to sound like a grumpy old man, but that is why they want everything straight away. They can't get their head around. When you say to them, like, and I've known people that have employed Gen Z generation, and not all, because some of them are absolutely like hardworking, good as gold people, like you can get with any age. But there's a growing majority now that they'll start work, and if they're not getting like a pay rise or promoted or my work-life balance at 16, what work-life balance do you think you're going to have? Yeah. Like put some graft in, and then we'll see what happens in a few years' time. Do you know what I mean? But
because when we were growing up, we had to be patient. We had no choice.
Yes,
we had no options. We had nothing. When the adverts are on during a show like Power Rangers or something like that, I have to wait. There's something I could do. What the hell am I going to do? The channels we had 5 channels. You know, so we were taught patience, even though we didn't want to accept it whatsoever. So entitlement is that thing. Like, you know, when I was obviously doing my first job and trying to grow into management, all that kind of stuff, there was none of this, right, I'm 18 years old, I've been here 6 months, I need a pay rise now. It's like, no, we were taught how to be patient and work our asses off.
No, don't you think they've got a point, though?
It's all about entitlement.
No, it's real talk. Don't you think they've got a point?
No.
Who? We've got a point. Yes.
The Gen Zs that are coming through and they say if they've done a good job for 18
Bro,
months.
you're in our
they're
demographic,
entitled-
aren't you?
Nah, they're entitled to ask because
You're
these
entitled to
companies-
ask.
No, they can ask. They can ask for a path, but they can't ask in regards to entitlement. Like, right, why am I getting my pay rise?
Yeah, they've
I've been
Of
here
course they are.
6 months.
6
and I
months is
haven't
a
had
bit of a
No, but that's what
stretch.
we're talking
But
about.
if it's
6
like
months.
18, like 12 to 18 months, and you've done
No,
a
we
really good
specifically
job.
said 6 months. We
Yeah,
said
even
like
6 months. If you've been smashing it for 6 months, and
You
your
get-
reviews
listen,
come up.
You get what
Why
you
not?
deserve. You get what you deserve.
If you've been there 6 months and you've earned £2 million for the business, why is time now an obstacle for them to
Well,
ask
if
for a
you've
pay
earned
rise?
£2 million, you're probably going to get,
That's what I'm saying. So
pay
what's the
rise.
problem here?
because it's done on ability. I'm talking about someone. I'm not talking about someone. You're talking about someone who's come in and absolutely knocked it out the park. I'm talking about someone that's just been there for a certain amount of time and is probably bored and thinks, now I want more money. So they ask for it. If someone's got something to back it up, if you come with a short presentation to me and say, listen, really appreciate the opportunity I've been given. I've worked really, really hard. I've been looking at it. I'm really enjoying my time here. I was wondering if there's any chance of a pay rise.
No.
I've looked at it but listen, that's the side thing. I've looked at it and this is what I've brought in the company. I've worked at this. This is what I'm earning. Can we set up a thing? If I continue to bring this in for the next 6 months, could my salary grow to this at that point? If you say then no, I've got to be smart as an employee, think, no problem. What I've asked for has to be benchmarked so I can go somewhere else and know I can get that. Because there's no point in me asking something I can't get anywhere else. Because why would I ask you to give me more money when no one else will?
I think a lot of these youngsters have become wise to the 9 to 5 routine and they don't want to get trapped in it because they are, as you say, they get bored easily and they see people like, to bring it back to HS and Ed and these guys, they see these guys not doing 9 to 5s, living the dream, going out, doing what they want, and then why not turn their hand to streaming or making content
it's
and
not
making
really reality though,
making
right?
something
Actually,
for themselves.
One in
But
a billion.
they've been tricked by the facade. They could try it.
It happens. It happens to people all the time.
They can
One's
try
It's like
it.
growing up wanting to be David Beckham. It's like me as a school kid. I want to be David Beckham. Oh, well, guess what?
Well,
Like,
you
that's
don't know
one in a-
unless you try. But there's more. There's so many parts of the internet, and there's so many untapped pieces of content, and most people watch content because of people's personalities.
Yeah.
So if you're okay on camera, you've got every chance as anybody else of making it a success.
But we touched on this last episode. Not everyone can do. You can't have everyone doing it. Nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. Nothing wrong with doing a good job and being honest and working hard and providing a life for you and your family or whoever else and enjoying yourself. Like, not everyone has to. Oh yeah, I'm like a hustler. I'm a hustler, bro. You're not a hustler.
Nah, but you man don't know about hustling, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Should we end? Okay. Ariana said she's got something for us to read.
Just to quickly add,
Go on.
I will just say that most companies these days they make it abundantly clear they could not give a fuck about their staff.
Yeah, they're just
I will
a
make
number.
that clear
You're
now.
just a number.
Some.
Real talk.
I think some.
Facts, Steve-O.
I don't. It's hard to generalize.
Oh yeah, more people would choose to be HS and that than work a 9 to 5. Guaranteed.
I wouldn't.
You would.
I wouldn't.
You would,
I
mate.
would not want to be there. What? Be
You wanna-
literally be
you
there.
wanna
Be
make
that person.
You want to make money for somebody else, or would you rather make money for
But
yourself?
let's turn it on its head.
What am I
Would you
doing?
do
Am I
this
selling my soul?
full time instead of what you're doing now?
Say again.
Would you do this
Yeah.
full time
Yeah.
instead of your actual
Yeah,
job?
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
All day long. But then I've
Yeah.
got to carry this idiot around. Hard work.
But that's what people forget is that you
I
I have done what I do as a full time job?
Yeah.
Look, guys.
Yeah. Where are we going with it? Are we still live?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Still have.
It's what you do as a hobby, and it is putting out there to the public. Could you do it full time instead of the job that you're doing now? For me personally, could I do Total Steve full time?
Please say yes.
I don't think I could. I don't think I'd be able to do it. But if you've got, like you two have, a backing of a wonderful studio, a great team behind the scenes,
Great.
you can.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's the best moment. right
You
there.
will be able to. But these the ones that we've just discussed earlier on. But going back to the Jimmy Carr stuff, which was the original point of conversation, and forget all the going out and everything, but the whole gang thing, I completely agree with, you know, and the gambling and taking a, you know, pull your finger out essentially. I'm like it.
Take a gamble on your
Ray's
life.
like it. You're like it. Nick's like it. We're all, every human being on the planet, if we actually had that attitude, but we're all so scared. We're all so scared of the fear of what if it doesn't work out. I'm in that position of being a personal trainer. Anybody could easily just quit and then follow your dream, but it's that I'm scared if it may not go right. I have to put in the work.
Fear of the unknown as well.
Yeah.
It's not guaranteed.
Again, it's what
and you're
Andy
betting on yourself as well.
Yeah, it's what Andy Millman says in Extras is I'm too scared of the hard work. I could have gone in the army, too scared. You know, and we're all just so comfortable in life at the moment. Again, I kind of think that does come down to the way life is at the moment, where everybody's just literally living by every penny. Unless you're in a relatively privileged position. But people like me that are right at the like a bottom feeder that's pretty much on bare minimum wage, it is a struggle. It is a struggle to pay for just to live.
Yeah, mate, I'm with you.
know,
Life's hard. Life's
it
hard,
is
and it's
very
only getting
difficult,
harder.
and, yeah,
So I'm just
exactly,
going to have to
yeah.
rob a few more people. Did I say that out loud? Shit.
And I do think that the one thing I do agree with you, Ash,
Yeah.
is that we can't think like a 16-year-old kid anymore. We can't. We can only think like a 40-year-old or whatever. And life is a lot more harder for us to be getting together. But I do think that 16-year-olds, it's probably easier than ever. Because there is a lot of stuff out there for them to do. But I go back to it. I think, as Ray said, there's too many other easier options for them to do. Do I go out and spend time with my friends one-to-one in person, or should I just stay indoors talking to them while playing Call of Duty or Fortnite or whatever? They're more than likely going to choose that option. Because you mentioned the kids that go to Pure Gym. I'm all for people going to the gym and improving their life and doing something that's very disciplined. The problem is that they've got this idea in their head, but because social media is telling them this is the way you should look, and it goes back to what Nick and Ray are saying about this instant, because they're not getting the instant success. I see it all the time. They quit within a few months. Like these groups of kids that you see, brilliant, genuinely. And if you're seeing them in 6 months' time and they're genuinely improving the way they look or strength or whatever, brilliant. I'm pretty certain, about 70% certain, you'll never see them again, unfortunately. And I see it all the time. Because
You'll see him on Roblox.
You'll see him on Roblox, yeah.
Your
But
mates
it's
will
this
see him on Roblox.
idea. the problem with what, unfortunately, and I did agree with what you were saying last week, all tongue in cheek, but it was kind of semi-serious. Like Nick, you were saying you need to get off the internet. But the problem is that there are way more people on the internet loving the idea of what the internet presents rather than actually actioning what the internet is telling them to do and actually going through the struggles.
And doing it. Yeah.
Going up to a girl and saying, I really like you. Do you want to go out with me? In my case, no. But I want to feel good about
Not mentioned that
myself.
at all tonight, by the way.
I want to feel good about myself. I want to go to the gym and look good. But I've got to put all this work and effort in. I've got to have a proper diet and everything. It's too hard. So what is it instead? I'd just rather stay at home and do nothing.
Yeah. Well, people need to learn to take the harder route rather than the easy route,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And that's
yeah,
just
yeah.
that comes from within.
Nice.
All right, let's end it there. What have you got for us, Ariella? Olivia Atwood said,
Oh, yeah,
I
I
stood by Brad for the last 10 years during which he lied and cheated on me multiple times. The breakdown of our relationship is because of this. I was in love with him and the potential I saw in him and wanted always to help him try to be the best version of himself, as I did for 10 years, covering up. Lying to my family and friends, arranging therapy, believing the groveling apologies. I, of course, now feel like a fucking idiot, especially as more things come to the surface. I never wanted to say any of this. I find the whole situation utterly humiliating.
Not my Blackburn legend, Bradley Dack.
Bradley Dack, yeah. What? Oh, but some of the disgusting things written about me in the last few weeks just blow my mind. And of course, sadly, it's always fellow females doing the writing. This January, when I was confronted at the screening of one of my shows by someone reporting to me yet another night he had gone back with a random girl, I decided it was time to finally leave. I'm not losing my job. I'm not pulling the wool over anyone's eyes. Yes, I'm dating. Yes, I'm getting up every single day, even when I've cried all night to film the shows. I love filming, record my podcast, record my radio show, shoot campaigns, and somewhere in there try to move on.
What is this?
Boo-hoo.
What is this?
All right.
What?
Your
was that?
relationship ended, Olivia. It's what it is, man. Like,
Everyone's been there.
we've all been cheated on, haven't we, Steve-O?
I wouldn't know.
Good chat.
You need to be in a relationship.
And make sure to tune in next week.
Tune in for our Olivia Atwood correspondent, Ash. He'll be giving us more
I
details.
don't really follow her too tough, but I probably should. I know what she's been up to. She's been kissing up that Pete Wicks, who she does the radio show with. But
Okay. Well, do you know what, guys?
I know
more
more than
interesting than that.
yeah,
Have you ever wondered, am I the arsehole? Like, is it me?
no, yeah,
Am I
you
the
are.
arsehole?
Yeah, you are.
If you have, excitingly, because we're not going to do like all in one. We've decided it's too much. It's too much. But I've got to do something for the Traitors crew in the chat in a second. But I've got to tell you, we are going to be back on Thursday with our recorded Am I the Arsehole segment. So we're going to carry on recording that for you right now. Just say I have been with your mate, Nightmare. I've been in FPL Traitors this week, entered late with Az, who's now been murdered. But it's great fun. So just so you know, and you're watching, Stark has requested this. I am a faithful. I had to do it last time as well.
Yeah.
Stark's out anyway. I don't
Stark's
know why
in
he's
the
not.
chat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. But it's absolutely fantastic. Same as it was last time round. So,
You told me earlier you were a traitor.
shh, don't tell
All right, so all right, guys. Sadly, that's all we've got time for tonight. Make sure you hit up the comments. This is Nick's bit section and tell us what you thought of the HSV Piers beef. Big love as always to everyone that was watching on the live.
And all you legends, yeah, watching on replay, and the Spotify crew, we see you. Is that right, Ash?
Yeah, that's right, mate. Well done.
Cool.
You can read. Before you leave us, do click the like button and turn those notifications on.
Yeah, subscribe, share, and don't miss us next Tuesday, 6:30 p.m.
Big love and thanks to our guests for the evening, Steve-O
Thank you.
and Ray.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
See you Thursday.
Yeah, we'll see you then. Same place, guys.
More juice.
Yeah, we out, brother. See you, man.